Hello and welcome to our 7 continent series. I'm Mira, and today we're going to talk about the continent of Australia. The thing that a lot of people don't know about Australia is that in reality it's just a country, when the whole continent is actually called Oceania. The reason it's not just Australia is because if you look at this map, you can see all of these little dots, which are representing islands and countries that are a part of Oceania. The reason we tend to call the continent Australia is because it's so big and these islands are so small that we forget that these islands are there and a part of the world. So we tend to just call the continent Australia, forgetting that Oceania is so diverse with so many different countries other than Australia. So let's list off those countries. First we have Australia, Micronesia, Fiji, Kiribati, the Marshall Islands, Nauru, New Zealand, Palau, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, the Solomon Islands, Tonga, Tuvalu, and Vanuatu. And that little orange island underneath Australia is actually called Tasmania. That just does not appear on the list. So those are all the countries in Oceania. Now let's do basic statistics. The surface area of Oceania is 3 million square miles, making it the smallest out of all the continents. The population of Oceania is about 43 million people, probably a little over 43 million people. And the population of Australia itself as a country is 25 million people. So think about all those people we would have missed if we thought that Oceania was just Australia. There are over 200 languages spoken in Oceania, but the 4 most common are English, Mandarin, Arabic, and Cantonese. Mandarin and Cantonese are largely Chinese languages, and given the influence of China, Mandarin and Cantonese are popular all over the world, so this makes sense. And Arabic is also spoken in a wide range of Asia, so it makes sense that it would be spoken in a lot of places around the world. And actually, a little under 25% of the languages spoken in Australia are Indigenous Australian languages. And that's really great for their cultural diversity and the preservation of Australian history, that a lot of Indigenous languages are still alive and being spoken. Over 120 religions are practiced in Oceania, and the 4 most common are Christianity, none or just atheism, people who don't practice a religion, Islam, and Buddhism. And this makes sense because Buddhism is really popular in Southeast Asia, which is right near Oceania. Islam and Christianity are some of the biggest religions and are practiced all over the world, and there are actually a lot of people who don't practice a religion, so this makes a lot of sense. And now let's look at some beautiful landmarks, like the Great Barrier Reef, the Sydney Opera House, Paranella Park, Great Ocean Road, the Tasman Bridge, Kokada Track, Ta Vorvor, and Uluru Rock. And I'm so sorry if I pronounced any of those names wrong, but on this beautiful note, we will end the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about Australia and Oceania, and how Oceania is not just Australia. There's all these other beautiful islands. And yeah, so thank you for listening. I hope you learned something.